What is up, everybody? How's it going? Court, bow. Court is in session. How the fuck is everybody? Hope you're doing good. I'm about to open the phone lines up and post the number so we can get a call in. Oh, I'm seeing a bunch of chats. Where they at? Hello. Oh, I can't read this shit. What's it say? During this video, hello. Why did I get notifications for this? Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because we're live, baby. We are live. I'm going to open the phones. We're going to call you guys in. Anybody can call in and share this with me. Today's topic. All right. This is a new show. You call in. I'm going to judge the shit out of you. Sorry, I'm a little excited. All right. What up? Uncle Me. Love the videos. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. So you call in. I'm going to judge you. Anything you want to talk about. But topic wise, I think we're going to say today for things you got in trouble for at work or reasons you got fired. So that's, I'm gonna hear any of that. Why am I getting notifications on this shit? Bye. Oh, a lot of negative comments. I love it. Let me open up my Facebook shit so I can see what's going on real quick. And start the show, my show. Show. Let's do it. Oops, just kidding. Oops daisy. Okay, calling number. Copy. Paste call. Ooh, sweaty in here already. This judge shoot is no fucking joke. Oh shit. 5022. Guess I could have done this before the show started. God damn, is that hella loud? Okay. Sorry, guys. I didn't set this up. I got in late. Let's go. Judge this, man. Let's do it. All right. I think it's all good. All right. So, oh, God. All right. Calls are live. The number is 540 judging. Anybody that wants to call, 540 judging. The short, it's where is the call-in line though? 540-583-4464. Let me get it up on the let me get it up on screen, huh? Text. Call me now. Call in 540 583 dash. Oh, we got a call. Let's go. All right. First call's coming up. We got Drew. How's it going? What's up, man? It's going good. Starting off a little slow since I just I'm setting this shit up on the fly, but other than that, I think it's going well. It's fucking hot as shit in this room. I gotta open the window. You got me. All right, man. So what am I judging you on? Let me hear it. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right. Well, how have you ever got fired at work? Oh, that's excellent. Okay, tell me a little bit more. Let's hear it. Oh, red hand. Oh, you just dipped right away. You didn't even stay to get yelled at, huh? I like it. That's pretty good. I'm gonna give you a pass for that one. If they should expect you to drink at work, bro. If it's a bar, they know you. They know you're drinking. Any other times? Got one more for me? Oh, Jesus. It says they can't hear the caller. Well, you know what? If to lose your job and your apartment at once is a pretty fucking bad swing, I gotta tell you, bro. That's no good. All right. All right. Thanks for calling in, bro. I'm gonna let you go. I appreciate you. Drop me an email and I'll send you all those subscriber cops. All right. Thanks for calling. You too. All right. All right. That's pretty good. Let me try to figure out why you guys can't hear him. Give me 1 second. Audio settings. Oh, okay. I see. I see. Okay. Hopefully that works. Okay. We're getting another call. Let's go. Robert, how you doing? What's up, man? How you doing? Let's go. Glad to hear it. Welcome. So let's hear it. I'm ready to weigh in on this. Thank you. Thanks for watching. So you said you got fired. Let me hear it. Love Chili's. At once? Good Lord. So how did this all get caught? Like where did you get caught? Okay, they still can't hear you, bro. That's a great call. God damn it. I'm trying to get this shit fixed. It's driving me crazy. These are all growing pains. That was an excellent story. Okay. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. God damn it. All right. Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate you. All right. See ya. All right, guys, give me 1 second. I see some calls coming in. I'm trying to get it fixed. God damn it. Bro, I'm about to leave if he doesn't fix it. Can't hear the guy. I'm trying. I'm trying so hard to fix this shit. I'm sweating. All right, let's get this fixed. Let's figure it out. Okay, my audio settings on this call are fine. What's weird is on my Streamlabs, it looks like it's picking it up. Like I don't understand. Okay, so let's go chat. Okay. Hopefully that fixed it. So let's try it now. Let's try one more. I'm picking another caller. Let's do it. All right, Tony Fletcher, being bad at day. What does that mean? What's up, Tony? I didn't understand what you're calling about. Let's hear it.
It's Johnny, actually.
Oh, sorry about that.
I got a little hoarse voice.
Mm.
I guess, well, you know, I haven't ever really tuned into a live stream ever. So this is, I'm a little, you're popping my cherry, brother.
Oh my God. And you're a part of it too. You're here seeing a live stream for the first time and you're on a live stream for the first time. That's pretty good.
Yeah, isn't that neat?
Yeah, I like it.
Me too. I'm pretty digging it. So what do I need to be judged upon?
Today, I think for our first topic, we're going reasons you've been in trouble at work or reasons you've been fired.
Oh, okay. I've got a pretty decent one on a couple of those actually.
Oh, all right.
Um,
Let's hear it.
they're a little intimate. So whenever this is real life, bro. This is like literal my real life right now. So whenever I was 19, I worked at a Whataburger, and I was in there going pretty damn ham, brother. I mean, I had a pretty good system going in where I'd get really fucking stoned off like a good 10, 12 dabs, and then just run in there and push burgers out and serve these church people every day. This church group, and I was just blowed in the back serving all these good people.
I always say
and
I can't stand it when people are high at work because I'm high when I'm seeing them, and together we're not going to get anything done at all.
It's the truth though, but hey, I tell you what, I'm more productive when I'm stoned than anything. So this
Absolutely.
is my element. But I would be running this grill. I would run the store side grill by myself basically, and then two other people would run the drive through, and I'm just pushing these burgers out to the lobby, and I ended up falling for my manager at the time,
Uh-oh.
and yeah, well, yeah, she was kind of married, so it's a little bit of a problem. So we had a little escapade for a month or two until it just became noticeable to the whole world
Did you
and
get
wasn't
caught
hideable
at
anymore.
work or caught by the husband?
Both.
Oh, that's gnarly. Okay.
Got caught at work first, and then it got to the husband from the people at the job,
That makes sense.
and it just became completely obvious. So it got to the point where this guy would sit outside of the job, and like this man would literally sit in front of the Whataburger for hours and hours.
And just wait for you? He was
And
plotting on you?
yeah, yeah. And then like one time he tried to like run me over, and he missed completely. Like he wasn't. And then this other time he pulled a BB gun out of his car
This guy's heart's not in
and
it.
was
I
like
got to
trying to
tell you.
intimidate me.
He's just he
You said
does
what?
I said his heart's not in it. BB gun. If you miss running somebody over too, like he doesn't mean it. He knows it's not only your
Yeah,
fault.
yeah, exactly. It was just it was like you have to as a man at that point, or you're gonna be shoved under a rock and you're a cuck.
Well, I think already
But
literally you've cuckolded him. So
I guess. Okay. So let's get back on topic. So I I had this thing going with my manager, and then ended up one day he came in really irate. I guess I just pushed a button too far, and I mean, anyway, yeah, that's what happened. So he came in, and like he didn't do anything physical, but like he like grabbed her shirt basically by the sleeve and was like trying to pull her outside to talk to her. And another manager of mine was actually my best friend, and I'd known him for about 4 years. And so he kind of went berserk on me. Like me and him went like wild on dude, and we were like, yo, what are you doing? Don't touch her. And like we went wild, and he ended up shoving me to the back because I was gonna go ham and like lose my job right then. And he was like, bro, you can't afford to lose this job. Go to the back. I end up punching out the back in the walk-in. I'm just like smashing the walk-in with my right hand, and I punch a dent into this walk-in, and I break my right pinky and my other knuckle and stuff. And then I come out, my hand's all purple. I come up to the front, and I'm like, bro, I think I need to go to the ER. And he's like, oh damn, bro, we're gonna have to write this up, and you're gonna have to take a drug test, and you're gonna get fired, and blah blah blah. And in the meantime, my other manager is like, no, don't write it up. Just send him home. Just let him go. You don't have to report it. Don't do that. And then he's like, no, I'm going to, because this happened on camera. Blah blah blah. So long story short, I get a drug test and I get fired after that. Um, and that kind of blew. That was like the first time I ever got fired. But the good story is that I ended up staying with her, and got on the back of a crotch rocket when he tried to move them to Alabama. And I rode on the back of like the Suzuki 200cc bike with my friend Kevin, and we're both like 6'4". He's 6'4" and I'm 6'2". This is two giants riding on a little crotch rocket across the South, and we go through Louisiana
I'm
through
glad this story
Mississippi
had a
and finally
happy
get to
ending.
Alabama. It does have a happy ending. We get to Alabama, and she meets me. She meets me with her youngest children. We meet up, and we're in a high school parking lot. And I'm like, I didn't think you were gonna come. And she was like, well, here I am. And I hopped in the truck, and then we drove to Arkansas to my family's house, and we were together for 4 months up there. And I did odd jobs, and we just struggled up there as long as we could. Came back down here and lived with her dad for a year. After that, we ended up getting our own place, and my mom was homeless at the time. I moved her into our home, got all of us a job, and we were all working at the Wendy's together. And she was pregnant with my first child,
Jesus Christ.
and I ended up threatening our manager because he yelled at her while she was pregnant, and I got fired from that job because I threatened our manager.
You can't hold this fast
But
food job down, bro. I'm seeing anger
no,
issues
see, that's
here.
why I'm in remodeling houses now, bro. I'm
Okay.
getting out of the game.
You
I can't do
you
much
hung up your
later.
spatula, your hairnet's gone. That's it.
Yes, definitely.
That's
And
fantastic.
yeah, man. Well, we actually got married in May. We've got 4 kids now. We're going to
Holy
look at a
shit.
house next week. I'm buying my first vehicle. We have a vehicle. We have a Dodge Grand Caravan, but I'm buying my first vehicle in my name next month, and I turn 25 next month.
God damn. Well, you know what? That's a perfectly acceptable age to be working at those places too. So you're doing good. You're ahead of the curve.
Yeah, and I'm in college now, man. I have a 3.0 GPA in college. I'm the first person in my family to be in college as well.
God damn it. You turned it all around. This isn't the direction I thought the
I
story
did,
was going to
brother.
go. It's actually very good.
I went from like a really bad stoner to a really good stoner.
That'll do it. Well, thanks for calling, bro. Go ahead and shoot me a message. I'll drop you those comps.
No doubt, dude. That was awesome interaction. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, it was great. Thanks for calling in.
For sure, man. You have a great night.
You too. Oh, looks like there we go. All right. Sorry. I saw somebody else had called in and they were waiting, but that call ran long. So anybody wants to call back in, or go ahead and ready for the next one. Yeah, man, that was fucking crazy. That was a scary story for part of that. Guy tried to run him over. Oh, here we go. We're getting a new call. No name on this one. Let's hear it. Hello, mystery caller.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm doing good. Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I wanted to talk about the time that my boyfriend and I were accused of stealing.
Oh, okay. Well, let's. I'm gonna bury the lead here. Let me start out from this part of it. Were you guys stealing?
No, we did not.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
We actually went there and helped cleaned. This was at my grandma's house, and nobody. Well, my boyfriend's a shy person. Like, he doesn't talk much. He's not the one. If you're Mexican, you kind of have to like come in and say hi to everybody and then say bye to everybody. It's the whole routine. He can't do that. It's just not in his comfort zone. And I don't push him to do it, but my family has words.
Okay.
I was trying to get my family to warm up to him and him warm up to them. So I was like, hey, babe, can we go over to my grandma's house and hang out and help clean around the house? And he said yes. As the sweet soul he is, he said yes. So he came with me. And I guess my grandma was in the hospital. I remember my grandma was in the hospital at that time. And my mom was there with my Aunt Mary, who has Down syndrome. And it was raining. So I said, hey, it's raining. Let me go get food for the house. So I left to go get food. And boyfriend said that he had schoolwork to work on for his classes. So I was like, yeah, cool. Stay here, and I'll go get food. So I go and get food, and I come back. Everything seems fine. My mom ate. My Aunt Mary ate. Boyfriend ate. And it seemed like everything was cool. So my mom ends up going to her bedroom, which is the far, far part of the house. And then I go into the living room and we have a baby, so we were with our baby and we had the TV on and he's trying to study. He couldn't do it. So I said, okay, well, why don't you go into the office that's in the back of the house? He says, okay, that wasn't the problem. So he goes to the back office and it was a better situation for him. Well, my uncle comes into the house. Now, my uncle is the definition of a mama's boy for Mexican households. He's that uncle
Classic.
that just
A
never
classic.
left the house.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he never left the house. He lives in the back part of my grandma's house. It is just, the classic. He asks, "What's for dinner tonight?" Like the whole routine. Well, he comes in and he sees that boyfriend's in the back part of the house in the office studying. And what I don't understand was that uncle talks to him. He says, "Hey, man," and they go, "Hey," and then that was it. And then he comes over to me, and he comes in like, "Why is he in the back room? He's not supposed to be in there." And I was like, "He's studying." He goes, "Well, tell him he can't be back there." Well, boyfriend can hear this, so boyfriend just says, "All right, I'm gonna leave. Are you coming?" And I was like, "No, I was gonna help my mom with something." He goes, "Well, I'm leaving. Just call me when you're ready to get picked up." Obviously, he's removing himself from this situation. I said, "Okay, that's fine." So he leaves. Well, after he left, the baby needed a diaper change, and my uncle's there. My family is all like, I have a baby girl, and they're super like, oh, you can't change the baby in front of the boys, the whole 9 yards.
Oh, goodness.
So I went to my grandma's room, who was in the hospital. I went to her bedroom because it was the closest one, and I start changing the baby's diaper, and I come back. Well, I guess my uncle didn't see me go in there or put two to two together, but I didn't close the bedroom door behind me. That was a mistake.
Okay.
Well, after I had left, no, it was still the same day actually. I'm remembering better now, but my aunt gets there and my older sister gets there and they ask me, "Hey, was he in the bedrooms?" And I was like, "No, he was in the office. But he's not supposed to be back there and da da da. Like, that's really bad. That's inappropriate." And I said, "Well, why didn't my uncle just talk to me instead of now all of you guys are involved?" Well, I thought that was the end of it. I left. I was uncomfortable. They were obviously
Have they
making
said
it
what's missing
seem
yet?
like it
Or
was
are they
worse.
just mad that he was back there still?
No, nope. They're just still mad that he was
Okay.
back there.
All right.
Then
All right.
I think it was 4 days later had gone by. I get a call, and apparently I'm on speakerphone. Everybody's on speakerphone. All like 4 of the aunts are on the phone, and 2 of my older sisters are on the phone.
Conference call. Okay.
And
It's an intervention.
on this conference, it was apparently they all met up they all had a meeting at my grandma's house, and I'm the only one that's on the phone. Everyone else is in person.
Damn.
That's when they continued to say that, "Oh, you guys stole something. Mistro stole something." I was like, "No, he didn't." They're like, "Well, then they said that my uncle saw my boyfriend in the grandma's bedroom." And I said, "No, that was not where he was at. He was in the office." Then they started. My aunt at the time had a daycare. She was taking care of my baby. Well, I was pushing out her vaccines. Like, I had gotten them done, but I wanted to wait another week to get them done, like the next set of shots.
Okay.
Well, apparently that was the next gossip thing on the phone call because they were accusing me of not vaccinating my child. They said, "How can you be so selfish and not vaccinate your child?" And all of this stuff. And I felt like I was just getting attacked. And then they also were attacking me, saying that boyfriend doesn't come inside the house and say hi to everybody. He doesn't talk to anybody. It was like left and right, like all their anger was coming out. Then they started to say that we stole from my grandma's bedroom and that we stole from the family storage unit.
Yo, if I
That
had to
and
guess,
that
I would
we
100% say your uncle was stealing and found like a good excuse to blame it on you guys, like right away. That's what I would guess.
I'm thinking maybe.
I've been a judge
But
for a
and then
long
they
time,
told
so
and then they told me on the phone call at the same time, we're gonna press charges on you guys
shit.
and this and this and that. So you guys better regret. So you guys better come and tell us the truth now. Which I think they were just trying to push us to just admit to something that we didn't do. So we stuck to our guns. We said, no, we didn't do anything wrong. We're not going to try to just bend the knee for you guys. So I hung up. Next week, I think it was the next 2 days, boyfriend went to college. They have a free legal advice system. So we asked the lawyer, hey, and the lawyer thought, like, is this a prank call? If you guys didn't steal anything, then why are you guys talking to me? We were just really nervous. We had a baby. We were scared. We've never been in trouble with the law, so we just wanted to cover our grounds. But we have never gotten an official "I'm sorry" from them for accusing us. My family still talks to me, obviously because they want to see the baby. But what I have learned is my family is like a den of snakes. Get too close and you're gonna get bit.
Yeah, family can be like that. You got to watch out. I can't wait. Call me back if you find out who was stealing, but I appreciate the call.
Yeah. No problem. Thank you.
Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
God damn it. Let's go. All right. Who says I'm waiting? Let's see. All right, we got 2 people. 1 person hung up. Okay, Tyler, let's go. All right, Tyler from YouTube, you're on. You're on with the judge. How's it going, bro?
Hey, how's it going, man?
Good to hear from you. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, thanks. So my story, hopefully it fits your criteria.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's be economic too. This last call went 8 minutes, so let's use word economy here.
Yeah, this is a good story, but I'll speed it up. I worked with a guy who ended up getting fired because he had a lot of sexual misadventures in his life, and he would tell everybody at work about him, and eventually somebody told HR about his stories, and he got fired. And
fired for just talking about it at work, mostly for being inappropriate at work.
Yeah, but I will tell you the story he told me, and it is one of the great love stories of our generation.
Don't do that.
So,
And he's like, no, I'm going.
so here's what happened. He met a girl, and she lived about we live in Minnesota. She lived in Wisconsin. It's about 6 hours away. And he told me he's excited and blah blah blah. He's like, she's a dominatrix. And I was like, okay, that's cool, man. And he's like, I'm excited to see what that's all about. I was like, great. And so that Saturday, he called me, and I'm one of those friends that say, hey, man, when you get there, just, let me know you're safe and whatever, and give me the address in case they kill you. I know where you are. And so he leaves, and what she tells him, oh, are we allowed to swear on this thing?
Say whatever the fuck you want, bro. There's no rules here.
Great. So she tells him, and
hey, Mike,
we talked about this after.
Sorry.
I got the after the fact story. So she tells him, you got what time you leaving? He tells her, and she goes, okay, you're going to be here at 6. And he says, yes. And she goes, if you're not at my fucking door at 6 o'clock, you're going to be in trouble. And him not knowing, too much, he's like, ooh, all excited. So he leaves, and he ends up stopping for gas, getting something to eat, whatever. Gets there at about 6:30, 6:35, whatever. And he walks up, knocks on the door. She opens the door, and he's like, hey, how's it going? This is the first time they've ever met in person. They only ever talked online. She goes, what did I fucking tell you?
Oh, shit. Well, this is what he's in it for, though. Like, no matter how much troubles he's in, this is why he's going to see her, right? Like, he wants to get yelled at.
Yep. I think
Okay.
he was turned on by the idea of a dominatrix and not the actual practice of what was about to happen to him.
Oh, okay.
And so he's just a very normal ass dude from northern Minnesota. Hasn't been experienced to much of life, but he got it today. And so she brings him in and she goes, take your pants off. And he's like, ooh, So takes his underwear off, pants, everything off, and he's just standing there. And she goes, get up on this table. It was a little mini table that you have by your couch. And he's like, oh, all right, right down to business. And she goes, bend over.
I'm so scared
And
right
he's
now.
like, okay. Oh, yeah. And then, if you can imagine, you and the viewers, imagine his genital area just hanging there like a speed bag. And she says, if you make a noise, you get it again. She leaves the room, walks back in the room with a ping pong paddle, rears back, and hits him in the balls. And he kind of makes a noise like, ah. And she said, what did I tell you? Don't do it again. Hits him again, harder this time. Says, oh. She goes, that's it. I'm going to hit you one more fucking time. And if you make a noise, you're done. And he said she pulled back so far and hit him so hard that they hit him in the stomach.
Oh my God.
He dropped to the ground.
Talk about somebody that's good at their job. Like, just an absolute.
Oh, I know. She's
4 stars on Yelp.
It's
100%.
Yeah. It's professionalism to a T. And he drops to the ground and starts crying. And she said, now you're fucking done. And this is where the story is a roller coaster quick. Grabs him by the hair.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Grabs him by the hair. Brings him in the bathroom bathtub, throws him in the bathtub, stands on either side of the bathtub, pisses all over him. He's still wearing a shirt, and pisses all over him, won't let him dry off, makes him put on his underwear, his pants, his shoes, and tells him to go the fuck home. He gets back in his car and drives 6.5 hours back home.
He pay for this, or was this free? Like they
were just going on a date. And he called me about 5-10 minutes into his drive, and I'm like, hello? And he's like, hey. And I was like, hey, are you all right?
This dude's calling you shaking like
he was crying. He goes, what? I'm like, what happened? He goes, she hit me in the balls with a ping pong paddle, and I cried, obviously, and she fucking pissed on me and said, go home, pussy. And so he told that story to 5 or 6 of us, and apparently somebody overheard it and was upset that he was telling that at work.
It's upsetting.
They took him into HR, and they said he explained this to me after the fact he got fired. He goes, they more or less retold the story. 2 girls and a guy, the 2 HR ladies and his manager were in the room as they retold the story of this happening to him. So not only did this happen to him, HR then recited his own story back to him that he had to confirm it was true, and then he got fucking fired.
Oh, that's fucking horrible. You know what though? This is still exactly what he wanted. Like, no matter how bad it was, he knew what he was going into, and that's exactly what he wanted. So he's playing, and also playing the victim is also something he likes. So him complaining to you, this is all part of him getting off. Him complaining at work, him complaining at you, him getting fired and yelled at. These are all things this guy enjoys. So really, he's still won in this story. Like, absolutely, he's still the winner. Absolutely.
Yep. Right after he called me and he was crying, you try to comfort your friends in these scenarios, and he's crying and he finishes, and he's just
I'm sure he did finish.
Well, that's what I said. He goes, I don't know what to do. I go, well, did you come? And then he hung up on me because he didn't think it was fun.
Fantastic.
Oh, shit.
Man, thanks for calling in. That was worth it. God damn it.
Thank you, bud.
All right. Thank you.
Bye.
Talk to you later. All right, Andrew, we got you. Sorry about last time, bro. It did say you hung up, but I'm glad you're back. How's it going?
Oh, I'm back, Your Honor. How are you? I'm doing great.
I am wonderful. I'm having a great time here. Shit just got so real so quick.
Oh, dude, I don't even know. I can't even top that. I just wanted to share this side of the story with you because you know a small snippet of it. We talked about it back when it first happened, but you don't know what actually happened. You just
Okay.
know I lost my job. You'd hooked me up with a link to watch some videos because I was down on my luck, and I can't ever thank you enough for that. It really helped. And so this is a story about how I got fired while off the clock, and it just
like
happened last year in March. Yeah, pretty shitty. So basically, I was an investment property manager. I managed people's properties, manufactured home parks, apartments, things like that, and I lived on site. So I lived in a home that was on the premises, but the home, the carport, the shed, everything that was kind of my space. My office was the workspace, right? So I was working one day and I was waiting on maintenance to show up at 1 o'clock. They never fucking showed up. Shocker. Maintenance doesn't show up. And so I was like, well, I got to go to lunch. I'm hungry. I got shit to do. And in the state that I live in, I have a concealed weapons permit. I also have one in like 30 something other states. And
Okay,
so
a gun guy, I'm hearing it.
Yeah, I got my concealed permit, on me. And so I always carry my firearm when I leave the house. And so I'm leaving the house and I go out to my car and I take off my jacket because it's puffy and I throw it in the fucking car. And of course, maintenance shows up right then and there, right when I take my jacket off and my firearm's exposed for the 4 seconds it takes my fat ass to get in the car. And so they walk up and obviously I can't grab it. I can't take it off my hip.
Yeah.
I can't throw it in the car. I can't do fucking anything. So I said, hey, thank you so much. Took a piece of paper from them that they were dropping off. I said, have a good day. Went on about my day. I was at lunch. I was clocked out. I went into town. I ran my errands. I get back to my office and my work phone rings. And I answer it, and it's my supervisor, and she has like a tremble in her voice. And I'm like, what's wrong? She goes, Andrew, I hate to have to do this, but you're terminated effective immediately. I'm like, what? I've been here for years. What are you talking about, terminated? Never done anything. I've never missed a day of work. I don't even take time off. What do you mean terminated? She said, well, you had a firearm at work. I said, no, I didn't. I had a firearm getting into my car at my house in my own carport. What do you mean? She goes, well, maintenance said that you had a firearm and we're based out of California and that's a big no. And I was like, that's not what the handbook says. The handbook says that you're permitted to have a weapon as long as it is within the legalities of the local law. And I am within the legalities of the local law. She said, well, you could get an attorney if you feel up to it, but kind of like a multi-million-dollar company, I don't know if you're going to win that. You may just want to cut your losses. And so I'm processing this in a moment's notice, out of nowhere, something that I could never imagine. It just hit me. Now, mind you, this is a building I've lived in, a home I've lived in for 3 or 4 years. I have dogs, cats, a boat up in the storage, a camper trailer, my whole life in a 4-bedroom house.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave me 72 hours to move out.
Oh.
So
you lost your job and your house at the same time. So
I lost my job, my house, and my health insurance.
Yo, the first caller, that happened to them too. Jesus Christ. Okay, that sounds horrible.
Fucking lost everything. And not only that, but I'm in a state where I have no family. The only friends I have are ones that I've made along the way. I'm not from here. And so first, I call my significant other and I said, hey, I need you to get home from work ASAP. I just lost my job. We have 3 days to move. And she's obviously fucking distraught. So
telling your wife about some bad news is oftentimes worse than the bad news itself. Like when something bad happens, I'm less upset that it's happening, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna be so upset. Like it's like my first reaction. Yeah, absolutely.
So fucking upset, and I can't blame her. It was the worst news I could have given her besides me dying. It was horrible, and so. I immediately went over and I got some boxes, and for 72 hours straight, I only slept about 4 hours, and I packed up our entire 4-bedroom, 2-bath house, called a buddy of mine who happened to have a room at his house that he was willing to let us stay in. But mind you, I've got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath house. I've got boats, trailers, a dog, 2 cats, a whole life. And so we pack up everything. We go and move into my buddy's house a couple days later, which, thank the fucking Lord he let us go there, because if not, we would have been completely homeless. And I said, you know what? I got pay stubs coming my way for the next couple of months. I'm going to apply for a loan for a house. And so I immediately started looking at houses, and I started applying for loans, got a lender, got a fucking real estate agent. And I was like, I'm never going to let somebody take my fucking house away from me or my family
you're
ever
doing
again.
it. That's pretty good, bro. You did. That's actually a pretty good ending to that one too. That's a happy ending.
Well, real quick, so I finessed the fuck out of it. Not only was I able to secure that, 2 weeks later, I secured the same position of job at another large real estate firm, and I was able to get continuing work right away. So there was no buckle in income.
That's good.
And in a matter of 64 days, I got fired, got hired, and we bought our first house, and were able to move in 64 fucking days from the time I got fired. And about 2 weeks into that is when I had done something. I had commented something, and you had hooked me up with a link, and I said, thank you so much. And you're like, hey, if you get the chance, subscribe. And I was like, look, I would normally subscribe right away, but things are bad right now. And you took the time to fucking message me back and forth for like 15, 20 minutes. And I remember sitting on the bed, because that's all we had. It was a fucking 8x10 room with a bed in the middle. And I'm telling her, I was like, man, fucking Uncle Meatball just hooked it up. And she was like, who's that? So I started showing her your videos. And then she fell in love, and I fucking follow everything you do. And I just want to thank you for being such a real fucking, just a human being, just a lover and a good person, and doing what you do. I can't tell you how much I appreciate you.
Man, thank you so much. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. Yeah, absolutely, man. I it's a small thing to do. Like sending you a YouTube link it's not even help at all. So to hear that it made you feel better, it makes me feel great. So thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome, and just keep fucking killing it. Keep the content rolling, and Your Honor, I hope you admonish me for my crimes.
You know what? No sentence. Acquitted.
Acquitted. If the glove don't fit, am I right?
Yeah, exactly. Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. You stay up. Be safe.
See ya. Oh my goodness. Flattery works every time. If you say nice things to me, I will blush. So I am just mom's sweet baby, and I run on nice words. That makes me feel good. Pretty good amount of calls for the first show, I got to tell you. It took some doing. I've been messaging people asking them to call in all day. So Pop, you sent me and our call helped. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody for calling in and saying nice things. I really appreciate it. Lines are open, and there's nobody waiting. So if you call right now, you can get right on the air. If anybody wants to call, 540-583-4464. That's 540 judging, if you remember how to text from old times. Yeah, if you want to call right now, I'll get you right on the show. No wait. Oh my goodness, all the Facebook chat is re-uploading. It looks crazy. Why is that happening? Oh, another stream started without a bottle of water. Holy shit. I'm dying in here. God damn it. Reasons you got fired, even just reasons you got in trouble, that's fine too. You don't have to get fired. Just even if you just, got written up at work. I've only been written up. I've barely ever worked. So a little background, besides being a sitting judge, I have held very little jobs. So my first job was at a diner. I then worked at an ice cream shop. And then I worked at Pizza Guys. And then I did some miscellaneous pyramid scheme sales. And that's it. I do not work. My wife works. I'm a stay-at-home judge. I just sit here and do this. So, when I hear people getting in trouble at work, it's fucking so foreign to me, but I love it. I can't get enough. So you could have lived on the boat. That's fantastic. When he said he got fired when he was off the clock, it made me think of on Friday when he's like, how'd you get fired on your day off, Craig? Hell yeah, miscellaneous pyramid scheme sales, bro. My friend was selling those rainbows, and I was like, I'm not gonna go sell those. But then I started to sell Kirby's, which is like another vacuum. It's the same thing. Oh, also ADT. I didn't know this, but ADT security is also completely sold by multi-level marketing. It's like an exact pyramid scheme for ADT. Like they're trying, you could have your own office and that whole shit. It's so, but also to a guy that doesn't want to have a job, it was very appealing because I never wanted to work, but my wife wanted me to get a job. So I was like, well, I am doing this. Like, it's something. Damn, Craig, how'd you get fired on your day off? That's fine. I'll sit here and wait you guys out. I got a whole list of upcoming topics for upcoming episodes too. If you guys want to, like Wednesday's episode. How about this? Let me see episode topics. Okay, this one's kind of similar to the one we're doing right now, but suspended from school or in trouble at school. Oh, here we go. We got a call. Let's go.
The time that I
Hello. Oh, sorry. I think you were trying to leave your message, and I answered right in the middle of it. How's it going?
good man, I figured hell since we're talking about times we got in trouble, I'd call back and tell about all the times I got in trouble at school.
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so I got in trouble about, or let's see, yeah, in trouble about 21 times in high school, all within my sophomore year, and that's mostly from, let's see, I'd set off stink bombs all over the school. I was constantly skipping class, getting caught for it, smoking pot.
Yo, freshman year, I double lunched so many times that they brought my parents into the office and they said he has to do Saturday school for the rest of the year. And I said, how many Saturday schools is that? And they said the rest of the year, every weekend. It doesn't matter how many, just every weekend, the rest of the year. And I had to go so many times, bro. I went to Saturday school like almost more than I went to regular school.
That was how it was with me, and what they had restricted lunch where you couldn't go to lunch with all the other kids. They were like, my whole sophomore year was restricted lunch, going into my junior year. And then junior year comes along, I skip class and I go get high with my friends. And it's 2 weeks into the school year. I get busted on that and expelled for the whole year.
For weed, huh? They really don't play with drugs at school, as it turns out.
No, and I'm in Georgia too, so
Oh, yeah.
Bible Belt, Southern shit.
This was a long time. This was probably like 2006 or 2007, but it was going around that there was that frequency that you could only hear if you were over 40 or under 40.
Oh yeah, the mosquito tone.
Yeah. So we were having the standardized test for the year and I was playing it on my phone and the teacher couldn't hear it, but people complained about it and I got sent to the office for that. And as they were reading it back to me, it sounded so ridiculous. I was like, are you really bad? Like, they were like, you played a frequency on your phone. And I was like, did you hear it? It was so, I was like, you must feel stupid yelling at me about this. Like, I feel dumb for getting in trouble, but you must feel stupid for yelling at me about this.
It should have been like, I'm playing it right now. Don't y'all fucking hear it?
Well, that's good, bro. Thank you. That was a good one.
Yeah, no, man. Just figured I'd contribute again because I could.
No, we needed it. Dead air is a killer of any show.
Oh, I know. I feel it. I was sitting there. I was like, oh, man, he's sweating even more than he was in the beginning.
Yeah, man. I got the window open now, so I was just nervous. Well, thanks for calling.
Oh, use this break to go get yourself a bottle of water. I saw you waterfalling them.
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. I'm about to go grab one. Well, thanks, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, man. Later.
Kayla, what's up? Oh, shit. What's up, Kayla? How's it going? Written up for clocking in and wolfing down a breakfast burger in the break room before going out on the floor. Apparently that 2 minutes was stealing company time. Yeah, time theft. They will pop you for time theft for fucking anything. Meanwhile, like, I've never taken a 10-minute break that wasn't like 18 minutes at any job. So It just depends on where you're working. When I was trying to get a job at Baskin Robbins, my uncle owned it. He owned the Baskin Robbins, and he was interviewing me, and I'd only worked at a diner as a dishwasher, and he goes, "You're not really qualified to work here. You're not really qualified to work at Baskin Robbins. And if I gave you the job, it would just to be for experience, so your resume wasn't this bad." And I was like, "What the fuck do you think it takes to scoop ice cream, bro? Like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about here?" Also, I am not qualified to work at Baskin Robbins. Like, he was absolutely right. Like, he was not wrong even a little bit. Oh, we're getting a call. I'm going to let it go to the screener so I don't answer right in the middle of them leaving a message. My name is Tyler, and this is a story about somebody getting fired from a job where you're still working. Let's do it. What's up, Tyler? How's it going?
Hey, it's me again from earlier.
Oh, same Tyler. Oh, you know what? It is telling me it's the same one. What's up, dog? How's it going?
It's all right. Been a while since I've talked to you. It's been about, 4 minutes now?
Long
So
time.
I consulted with my wife about telling this story. This let her rip. It's a whole longer, convoluted thing, but I'll just give you the highlights of it.
Let's do it.
I worked security years ago, 5, 6 years ago, and the way this place that I worked at worked was you had to find your own replacement if you were going to miss a day or you had a vacation or something. And there was this girl they kept on staff. She worked 1 day a month, and that was the minimum you could work and still technically be employed at this place. She worked somewhere else, but they just kept her on as a fill-in case anyone had to leave. And so I had never met her up to that point, and I get to work, and 5, 6 years ago, I was a little more handsomer gent than I am these days. And
3 years, that's a steep decline. If you were better looking 3 years ago than you are now, you got to slow that down, buddy. You got to hit the brakes on that.
I'm a truck driver now, so
Oh, okay.
30 pounds later.
So that's in the
30 pounds later.
It's in the job description pretty much.
Yep. And so she comes in, and I don't want to, I guess, shame anyone, but she was not my type, I will say, to be polite. And she was also not very nice. And and I know somebody that upholds the law, like yourself, judges and whatnot, might not appreciate the comment, but she looks like the person that didn't make it through the police academy, but still feels like she did.
Yeah. Okay.
She was that.
You probably run into a lot of people like that as a security guard. Like, that's probably like a third of the people you run into.
I was excited about being a security guard because all of the downtime, but other security guards were excited because they felt like they were going to save the world. And and they're like, we run a tight ship around here. I'm like, we do? Like, I just watched that dude eat an entire family-sized bag of Doritos. What the fuck is he doing? But all right, sure, we're top flight security. I needed a job for experience for a different job I wanted, but all
exactly.
Right. So this girl walks in, and we worked from the hell was it, 2 to 9. And so we were there. It was just me and her and the security thing. She goes, "So you got kids?" And I go, this is the first thing she said to me after about an hour of not saying a word to me. And then I go, "No." She goes, "You got a wife?" And I go, "No." She goes,
she's on the hunt.
Yeah. And then she hit me with that. She's like, "You gay?" And I was like, "No." She goes, "Okay." And then didn't say anything. And then she goes, "Me and my boyfriend just broke up." And I was like, "Oh, that's no good."
She was in a very vulnerable state.
She goes, "Yeah." She's like, "He was 75. And I go, "How old are you?" And she goes, 39. And I was like, "Oh, opposites attract sometimes, And she goes, "It was all money." She's like, "It was just money and physical." And I was like,
ew.
"Oh, okay, gross." And I was like, oh, that's cool. So then for the next, I don't know, hour, she proceeds to slow roll, like hitting on me to the point that she goes, I'll give you some of the highlights. She told me about the tattoo by her lady place. She told me that one of her biggest dreams is to have sex at work. And then she asked if I want to see her boobs.
It's subtle.
And then she goes, yeah, she was really subtle. She goes, hey, will you read my dating profile bio and tell me if it's would be good for a guy? And I was like, I don't really want to do that at work. That seems inappropriate. And she goes, well, come on. And I was like, can you just read it to me? And she's like, no, I want you to read it. I was like, fine. She slides her phone over to me. Her bio is about the size of a quarter, and taking up 3/4 of her phone screen was a picture of her leaned back in a chair using her 2 little fingers to open up a better view of her situation.
Goodness.
And I was like, what the fuck? So anyway,
Is there an HR department at the security company?
Yeah, and I'll explain to you how I know that. So so finally I go, listen, you need to stop. I was like, if I was doing this to you, I'd go to jail. I was like, this is bullshit. I was like, you seem like a nice person. I'm not interested in you. I don't, blah, blah, blah. I had a girlfriend at the time. I was like, I have a girlfriend. I was like, this is bullshit, man. She stormed away and did not come back until the end of our shift. I don't even know where she went, and I watched her leave. So then I was going home, and on my cell phone, I get a text message that says, hey. And I'm one of those people that's like, who is this? And if you don't tell me, then I just block you. I have no interest in talking to you. And I was like, who is this? And they're like, guess. And I was like, tell me who it is. And it was her. And I go, how'd you get my number? She took my number out of the employee directory in the back, went into the files and took my number. And which is not.
Well, this is the least of the boundaries she's crossed. So like at that, the things she's already done, that's not super surprising. But okay.
Yep. And she goes, you're going home? And I said, yeah. And she goes, alone? And I go, yeah, I live alone. And she goes, do you want company? And I was like, it's a little late for friends, don't you think? And she's like, oh, who said it'd be as friends? So then I was just like, okay, this is ridiculous. So I just blocked her. So fast forward 2 weeks, I'm laying in bed. Me and my girlfriend are laying in bed. My phone rings at 7 a.m. And I'm half asleep. I'm like, hello? And it was my boss. He goes, hey. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he goes, I just want you to know, as of right now, you're being investigated for an incident at work. And I go, what? What is it? And he's like, I can't tell you. He's like, but you're being investigated, and until we figure out what happened, you are legally not allowed to come to work. And I was like, okay. And the place we work has like sensitive stuff, so I was like, oh, maybe they thought I took a picture of something, and whatever. I don't know. I didn't even think about the her name's Melissa. She's a piece of shit. Fuck her. And I didn't even think about the Melissa thing. And I'll tell you why I say her name all the time. So anyway, so we went through this thing, and I'm not kidding. They wouldn't tell me for an hour, and so finally HR calls me, and this was the head of HR. This company has there's like 12,000 employees. Like, it's not a small company. And she goes, it was her whatever, my boss, and then his boss. It was 4 of them talking to me. This HR lady goes, I have never heard something so upsetting in my 10 years of being in HR, whatever she called herself. She goes, I cannot believe we hired somebody like you in our company. She goes, I hope that Melissa pursues charges against you. And I go, what did I do? And she goes, you sexually harassed her. Everything that she said to me, she said that I said to her because I turned her down. And I go, okay. I go, her name is Lori. I go, Lori, do you have a cell phone? She goes, I do. And I go, okay, what's your number? She told me. I go, okay, I just sent you a message. I go, and while Lori's reading that, I go, I had sent, because we all get a couple moments in our life where we're like, I'm about to slam dunk the truth on these motherfuckers and it's going to be glorious. And while I was getting berated, I had made up an email, and I go, hey, my boss, I can't say his name, it's whatever. I'll tell you later. So anyway, I go, hey man, I sent you an email. And so I don't hear anything, and I go, what everyone's reading right now, I go, that's a link to Melissa's dating profile. How would I know Melissa has a dating profile? Well, she made me fucking look at it. I go, also, Lori right now is seeing the text message Melissa sent me about wanting to come and fuck me at my house after our shift. Also, and I typed in there, I was like, there's my description of the tattoo by Melissa's vagina. How would I know about that? Because she fucking told me. I know her ex's favorite position. I know where she fucked them. I know how long she's worked here. I know ex-employees that she's fucked. How do I know? Because she fucking told me everything. She only stopped when I told her to leave me the fuck alone. I go, so this is why. Anyway, so all that happened. They called her, and they presented all this evidence, and she said she broke down. She goes, the only reason I lied was because I thought he was going to tell on me and fire me, get me fired. And then she hung up. And then so they go, well, I guess you're not fired, Tyler. I don't know why she would lie.
I don't know.
So then I go, oh, okay, but you're gonna fire her, right? And they go, what do you mean? I go, you're gonna fire her, right? She lied about being harassed, and all the shit that she said that was true is true. She just said it to me. So they said, we'll call you back. They called me back 20 minutes later, and I go, are you gonna fire her? They said, we cannot fire her because sexual harassment is based on the opinion of the harassee. And in your opinion, because you didn't contact us, you weren't harassed. And I go, are you fucking kidding me right now? So they didn't end up firing her. And I said, if you don't fire her, I quit. And they said, we're not going to fire her. And so I quit. They sent me a letter that said, if you openly talk about any of this, like slander us in any single way, we'll sue you. And I sent him an email back that said, I will talk about this every single fucking chance I get for the rest of my life. And I will name you all. I'll name the company, Securitas, and I'll name all of you motherfuckers for the rest of my life, and you won't do a fucking thing about it. And I have for years now, and they've never done anything.
You'll do fucking nothing. That's fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy. People are saying,
yeah.
You sound innocent on that one. Somebody says he sounds guilty, Your Honor. I don't think so. I don't think so. This
here's the thing. I understand that story sounds like I'm missing key points that make me sound better. Here's the thing. I grew up around, like, we live in a small town, and I was like, I just basically what happened, I go, if I say anything to this girl, I go, she's gonna like tell everybody that I came on to her, and then I'll get in trouble. So I just let her say it. And then when it finally got to the point of like so uncomfortable that I had to say something, she stormed away, and it pretty much what I was worried about happening happened. And I grew up with all women, so I was like trying to be respectful, and I was like, maybe she's just had a breakup and this is her rebounding and just hear her out. But she was like, it was crazy how she like projected herself to be this victim when in actuality she was the aggressor in the entire thing. And I was sitting there nodding my head like, yep, no, yep, he loves this. Okay, yep. The butterfly by your pussy? Oh, that's cool. Okay, yeah, awesome. And it was one of the most wild things that had ever happened to me. And it was a cool story.
It is. I mean, at least it's over. I also, at least you didn't get actually caught up for something that you didn't do. So
yeah, the HR lady said that. She goes, I hope that she pursues charges against you.
Yeah, exactly. So it could have gone way, way, way worse. Well, thanks for calling back, bro.
Yeah,
Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
Oh, I didn't mean to cut him off, but then he was like, all right, bye. I like it. That's fair. I think he did it, Your Honor. He did. Yeah, I mean, we only got one side of the story. I'm gonna choose to believe him. The small and short of it is most of the time accusations are not false, but the small percentage it does happen. But so it's good. It's good that it all worked out. Thanks for calling, man. Thanks for calling twice. Appreciate it. This has been a pretty good test run. I think this is going pretty well. Maybe I'm not judging enough. Maybe I need to be a harsher judge. I'm going to come down on somebody next. I'm throwing the book at the next person that calls in. I want to hear somebody that got fired and they really deserve to get fired. Like, call me and tell me, like the guy that said he was stealing, like tell me something you were fucking doing wrong and you got fired. I'd like to hear it. Let's take some responsibility for your actions here. Like when I got fired from that Baskin Robbins job, I was driving my ex-girlfriend's car, and for like months after we broke up, or at least weeks, who knows? The memory is a fuzzy thing. And I'm on the way to another girl's house and the car blows up. Like not blows up, but the engine big knock, starts smoking. I have to pull off the whole thing. And so I was like, every time I was scheduled, I just called and I was like, yo, I don't have a ride. My car is blown up. And eventually my boss, my uncle was just like, yeah, get your car fixed. And that was it. So that was totally my fault. So, but I'd like to hear something where somebody was fucking stealing or fucking at work or something worse. I'd like to hear somebody got fired for something really bad. I'm ready for that. I'm geared up for a real guilty story. And you don't even have to feel bad about it. I'm here to be a piece of shit with you. All right. Somebody call in. I'm going to go get a fucking water. Court is in recess. I'm going to go get a fucking water. My mouth is so goddamn dry. Court's in recess. Give me 1 second. Hey, we're back. And we're back. Oh, I swear to God, I was dying. Oh my God. Whew. My mouth was so fucking dry. Someone call with something funny. Absolutely. We got to keep this shit going. Let's get one more call in. How about one more person calls and we get a goddamn good story in here. Let's hear it. I'm ready to hear something shocking. We've heard tales of dominatrixes, urine. We've heard false accusation tales. These have been pretty wild stories actually so far, but I think that there's still a next level to be had. Because also, like, some people have really crazy jobs. Like, the crazier your job is, the wilder your getting fired story is. Like, I did enjoy it. I thank you. Don't stop doing these, Your Honor. Absolutely not. This is the new show. I'm going to be running it in the Facebook group, on YouTube, and on Twitch Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. This shit's going to blow up one day. Watch. I hope so. I've had this idea for months. Like, I've literally been slow rolling develop. Oh, please. 1 second. Yeah, so I had this idea a few months ago. I've been like slowly developing it. I just had Twitch Logics make this fucking layout on Fiverr. Shout out to Twitch Logics. A really great overlay maker if you need something for streaming or a logo. Just a really talented dude. He whipped this whole shit up. I literally photoshopped the judge out of the People's Court set, and I had just like a poorly photoshopped photo of the People's Court set for like weeks of deciding to try to get the show started before I got this. And this is a way better set. This shit I think it looks great. You know, the only physical part of this is the robe and the gavel. Even this chair, look, it's not even my real chair. So pretty good, pretty great setup. You know what I mean? So, update to my story, the security job, the girl ended up getting fired because she got caught fucking the boss from work. That's hilarious. That's a great update. You're awesome, bro. Thanks, Raven. It's getting meaty in here. What's up, Key? Oh, we got a call. Let's go. Hey, thanks, Key. Thanks for the bits, man. Love you. All right. We're getting a name on this caller, and I'm going to pick up. Yo, it's Mike. Oh, what's up? What up, bud? How you doing?
Oh, may it please the court. How's it going, Your Honor?
Counselor, how are you?
Hey, so I have a story I just wanted to share. It's not really necessarily on topic, but it's about this fucking lady who hit me.
Okay. Thank you so much for calling in. I can't wait.
Ooh, all right. Okay, so just got done at work. And I'm driving to school, right? Work then school. And me, at the time, big boy, gotta stop and get some McDonald's before I head to school, you know?
McDonald's
I'm in the
breakfast is what I live
drive-thru.
for.
Oh, this is like 3 double doubles at the time. This is a lunch or a dinner time thing. All right. And this fucking lady, I'm right there placing my order, and she just slowly comes up and then fucking hits me. I was just like, what the fuck? This lady's not paying attention. All right, so she hits me, and I'm just kind of like, okay, what the fuck? You know, we actually both finished, get our food. There's a little parking area, so we pull over there.
So you
right?
guys both
And
went all
she
the way through the drive-through before you pulled over and addressed it?
yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, look, there was McDonald's. You know, we had to get that sorted out.
It
first.
goes quickly, so you have to go.
Yeah, exactly. So then we go over there. This is the first time I've been in a car accident either, too. So I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So I'm just like, yeah, I don't know. Just like tell me your name or something. And she gives me her name, and that's it. I was just like, because I mean, shit, I was probably, I think I might have been 20, and I didn't know to like, you know, get all their, maybe 21 or something. I didn't know to like get all their insurance information or anything like that. I wish I remembered her name because I would absolutely out her. She works, and so I try to call her, and she starts dodging my calls. Cause I'm just like, oh shit! I call my insurance company, and they're like, yeah, you need her insurance information, of course.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
Like, oh,
yeah, they're
I was like, okay, well, I'm sorry, I don't know how insurance works. This is the first.
Sorry for being a kid.
Right. So, yeah, and they're like, all right, well, you know, call her and get her information. So I try and give her a call, and she doesn't answer. I'm just like, okay, whatever, I'll leave a voicemail, right? And then, you know, more time passes, and then she's still not answering. So I keep calling her, a couple of times. I'm like, what the fuck, you know? Because I had given her my number too, right? And then I call from my work number, and she answers on the first ring. I'm like, hey, your fucking insurance information. And she's like, you need to stop calling me, stop harassing me, blah, blah, blah. And this lady, I wish I could remember her name because I'll out her on the call right now. She worked at, this is in Sacramento, she works at like a charity too. Like, you know, she's like a like kind of like top lady at one of like a charities. So you think she would be like not trying to like duck and dodge me, you know, but she's trying it. So I'm like, hell no, like fuck this. This lady's mistreating me, you know, this is bullshit.
I will not stand for this.
So I tell it to my insurance. Yeah, this is an injustice. I tell my insurance company, like, hey, she's fucking dodging me. She won't answer this shit. Like, what the fuck do I do? They're able to get her information, right? And like the damage to my car was, a 3-mile-per-hour crash in a
Yeah.
McDonald's parking lot,
A
right?
scuff,
It's
if
nothing.
anything. Yeah.
And my bumper was like already fucking trash. It had been like, have you ever seen that thing where they kind of pour hot water on the bumper?
Oh yeah.
Like get a
Yeah.
dent out? Yeah, sometimes that doesn't work and then it just melts your bumper. So this bumper was fucking like a melted bumper like that, right? And no, I was still just like, no, fuck it. This lady fucked my car up. Like I want my money.
I demand
Went to
justice.
Cairo.
I demand satisfaction.
Yeah. Yeah, went to Cairo, got some chiropractic care for my 3-mile-per-hour.
Oh, you really
whiplash.
milked this shit. That's how you're
yeah.
supposed to do it. That's what I like to hear. This is why you're a lawyer.
Hey. Yeah, so overall, that was it. And I wanted to be chill about it, but she just she was a lady who was like at a charity and was like trying to fuck me over. So it
You
just didn't feel
didn't want to have to do that to her,
Yeah, but sometimes you just gotta.
You gotta. Thanks for calling in, bro. Thanks for all the thanks for gifting all those subs earlier. I was in the middle of a call, I couldn't address it, but thank you so much. And thank you, Schmearcat, too. Schmearcat gifted a bunch. I know that's somebody we know too. So thank you.
Yeah, that's my roommate.
Yeah, that's your roommate. Yeah, I was like, I know that name. Yeah, so thank you guys. That's huge. I have 1 million subs and I feel like I'm famous. So thank you so much.
Hell yeah. Take care, brother. We love you.
All right, Court, I'm dismissing you. Thank you very much.
All right, bye.
What's up, Anna? Thanks for holding. I appreciate it. I know you got on right at the same time as I took that call, so thanks for holding out. How you doing? Anna, are you there? Pretty impressive. This
Hello?
is actually,
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, it says your name is Anna on here. Is your name on not Anna? The screening is
not
automated.
Anna, no,
So
sorry, it's David.
oh, that's not even close. You know what? That's the AI's fault, not you.
Even close. That's all right. Yeah, I have a crazy story about somebody who got fired that I used to work with. So I worked at a hospital and I was in room service at the time, so I would deliver like trays to patients' rooms.
Yeah.
And we had this guy in our housekeeping department, and his name was Leo. And Leo was super, super weird. Everybody was always creeped out by him. He would always be like muttering to himself.
Oh, the
while
vibes,
he was,
the
like,
vibes were
alone,
all the way
or,
off.
like,
Okay.
Yeah, it was super odd. And like he'd be in the elevator and he'd like mutter stuff to himself like while you were in the elevator with him. And then he got progressively weirder. Like he'd just start asking women questions about their hair.
Oh.
And then one day I remember he asked me like it was something very bizarre. It was just like an otherwise innocuous question like, do you like Cheez-Its or something? He asked me like, do you like, and it was some kind of food. And I was like, I guess. It just seemed like he was socially awkward to me. Like I didn't necessarily get creeped out, but I knew something was weird.
Just wasn't quite
well,
right.
One
Okay.
day, one day his supervisors tried to write him up for something. I guess it was like performance related. And he said, like he got really angry and he said, don't mess with me. I've studied up about Ted Bundy and he's my idol. And like
shit.
Jeffrey Dahmer is my idol and all this stuff. He started talking about serial killers. Well, they brought the police in and they opened his locker and he had like pictures and newspaper clippings of like all of these murders and serial killers. And then he had images of different people that we worked with. And I kid you not, like, I don't remember how it even got around to this happen, but they basically had to have the police escort him off of the property and they had to issue a no trespass to him and like put his picture up for everybody and like,
Holy
do not let Leo back. If you see Leo, call the police.
And maybe
We
just
never-
avoid
we
Leo
never
for
saw
your
him do
own
it.
purposes too, like if you want to be safe.
Exactly.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
it was wild, man. And then 2 weeks later, there was a lady in the kitchen who got fired because she told her boss that she was a werewolf and the next full moon she was going to eat her. That's 100% true.
Well, you know what? That almost sounds like a warning, so it seems like she was trying to help. Uh, like, hey, just so you know, like, I know I haven't been here that long, but I am a werewolf, and on the full moon, it could get hairy. That's fucking crazy. You know, when you said he had like clippings about murders and stuff, that's like when somebody's like at a serial killer's house and they find like they're following their own crimes. You know what I mean? Like they're not even following. You know?
Yeah, like trophies or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
that's
weird.
spooky. Also, to
I
keep
kept
that shit at
expecting to
work
see him
is
in the
crazy.
news.
Like to think that you keep all your murder shit at work and not at home. Like he must have really enjoyed his job. Like,
Yeah, I would have hated to, like, if that was just his locker, what was inside of his bedroom closet?
yes,
Like,
yeah.
I don't
Like
want to know
if
that.
that's what he keeps at work, what is he rubbing on his genitals at night? Like it's a scary thought. That was a great one, man. Thanks for calling. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Have a good one. All right. Hey, this is Raven. Oh, Raven's been saying we got to share this. They've been very nice on this call. Raven, how's it going?
Pretty good. How you doing, man?
Pretty good. You said you have a
Okay,
funny
so,
story to share and you feel like it would be awesome.
yeah,
I'm open to it being awesome.
okay. So it happened last year. I was 17. I'm 18 now. So my brother, this is when I was staying at my dad's house, and my brother was staying there as well. He's a little older than me, and he had warrants because he could never go to court and get his little case settled. So the cops were sitting down the street one day waiting for him, and my brother couldn't get back to the house, so he was like sitting in the woods by our house that we usually go smoke at when I used to live at my dad's house because my dad couldn't smoke around his house at all. So yeah, so I had this bright idea. I have a little Grom, so I had this bright idea to hop on it and go around the corner to see if they would follow me, because thinking I was him. And I was like, I'm gonna run and go in the woods right by my house because there was like a trail. Dude, I was an idiot doing that. I'm gonna say that now. So I was only 2 weeks into riding. I had just got this bike, and yeah, I drive right past the cop, and he flips around immediately because he sees me leave the house that my brother stays at as well. And I have a helmet on, so he can't see who I am. Yeah, so he instantly flips it, and I'm heading straight towards the trailer park where there's a little trail at, right? But there's 2 speed bumps before it. And so I'm like hauling ass down the road. I turn the left down this road where the trail is, and he's like right on me. So I go over the first speed bump, correct, and I'm just hauling ass again, full throttle, because it's a Grom. It doesn't go too fast. It's a 125. It only maxes out like 60.
So you just
So,
decided right away you
I'm
weren't stopping for the cops like at all. You just
Oh yeah, right away. I had a paper plate on it because I just had got it. I just instantly took off, man. I even have a little video of it because he didn't turn his lights and sirens on, so I didn't go to jail.
oh
He was
nice.
just following me, trailing me. I told you it's a small bike, it's a Grom, so he really didn't think I was running. And I mean, I did hit that left a little fast, and he was sort of on my butt. And like I said, I go over the first speed bump, correct, man, and I'm hauling ass, and I look back instead of looking in my mirrors. And then I look forward, and the speed bump's right there. And I'm only 2 weeks into riding. I grab the front brake as hard as I can, and dude, I just flipped the thing as I hit the speed bump, grabbing the brake as hard as I can. The ass end just came up, and I flipped.
Flip right
And
over
I
it.
landed straight on my head and my shoulder, and I fucked myself up. And
Well, at least
the
you're wearing
cop
your
literally,
helmet.
he didn't even ask. I was wearing a helmet. That's the only thing I had on.
Tony Hawk's
So-
cooler than anybody, and he wears a helmet.
Oh my gosh, literally. But like I said, as soon as I'm just on the ground rolling in pain, like I'm hurt, like I'm regretting everything. At
Did the
this
cops see
point.
you eat
And,
shit?
Oh, he was right there. He saw. He got out his car. He just walked over to me
And-
as I'm rolling in pain, screaming like because like dude, I was hurt, man. Like, and he just walks up and grabs my arm. Hey, Tyler, which is my brother's name. I'm like, I'm not Tyler. And he took off my helmet, helped me take off my helmet, and then he saw that I wasn't my brother. And then at that point he called the ambulance, and
He wouldn't have called the ambulance for your brother.
Huh?
I said he wouldn't have called the ambulance for your
No.
brother. He was only calling it because he
no,
found out it was
no,
you.
he wouldn't. Yeah, I live in a small town in Texas. They're assholes, and my brother never had a good encounter with them, so I just knew. So like my brother like is in the woods and he saw this because I had called him ahead of time and told him what I was gonna do, and I was gonna pick him up on the bike and we are gonna head deep into the woods a little bit because there's like a road entrance way back, and yeah, so he's like waiting close by looking and he sees me eat shit, and after like soon as the ambulance gets there, like he's and my dad gets there, he has the bright idea to come out the woods, and he comes up there to make sure everything's all good, like not too close, but like a little down the road. And the cop sees him, and then instantly they all go get him. There's like 3, 4 cops there at this point. Like I done picked up all my little motorcycle pieces out the road. Like, dude, I was disappointed. The ambulance checked me out, said I was good. And after all that, I rolled my bike all the way back to the house and the walk of shame, and my dad took me to the hospital. So it was a stupid idea.
Maybe next time. All
yeah,
right, man.
that's what I'm thinking. Maybe next time, man.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for saying, telling everybody to share and stuff. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. This was the first
no
one,
problem,
so
man.
thanks for calling in. Thank you.
No problem, man. Have a great night.
All right, talk to you later. Oh, we got Chris calling back with another story. Let's go. Let's do it.
Hello?
Hello, how's it going, bro? Welcome back.
Hey, what's going on, dude? Listen, man, I just want to let you know I watch your shit all the time when I'm smoking, dude. This shit is
Yes,
fucking
that's what
hilarious.
I make it for. I make it to get high and watch with my friends, so I like hearing that people do the same thing.
Absolutely. All right, dude. So I got a kind of funny story. Hopefully you guys think it's funny. So one time, me and my buddy, it was like middle of dead winter. It's like -5 degrees in the middle of Ohio.
Okay.
And he had like a 10-person tent. So him and I were like, yo, let's do some acid, and I'll bring my Xbox and fucking TV and a heater and all this shit over, and we'll put it in the backyard. And we ended up taking a fucking extension cord and putting it in his grandmother's house so we could try and power all of our shit in there.
Okay.
So we're tripping sap, dude, and we fucking get everything running. Everything's cool. All of a sudden, we cut all the fucking power to his grandma's house. So we end up doing that shit like 3 more fucking times, and they're tweaking. So we're like, fuck, dude, we got to get warm, and we can't go in there and trip balls. Let's make a fire. So it was fucking cold, and all the wood that we had was fucking snowy and cold, so it wouldn't stay fucking lit. So we ended up going to the gas station to get some fucking gas and came back with a gas can. So he's fucking dumping gas on this fire pit, and I was like, dude, you might not want to fucking do that. He's like, clearly you've never made a fire before, Chris. And right as he fucking said that, dude, he throws the gas on it, and the fucking gas can catches on fire.
Of course.
So it's like 2 a.m. We're running around his backyard with a fucking gas can on fire, tripping balls, can't even fucking see straight. And here comes this fucking 8-month-old or his 8-month pregnant girlfriend running out the back of the house with a fucking can of Pepsi. And she's like, I got Pepsi, and fucking threw it on it and put it out, dude.
Oh my God. Who would have thought that would work?
That, dude, we didn't think it would work because it's not my house, and his fucking grandparents and everybody are asleep, right? And he's looking at me like, go get some water.
Plus,
And
you
I'm
guys
like,
are all
from
fucked
where,
up.
bro? Like,
It's funny, like
like,
when you're
can't
taking
control it.
acid, sometimes crazy shit starts happening, and you're like, "Is this happening because I'm on acid, or like, am I fucked up and I
Absolutely.
made something weird happen?" Like the first time I took acid, we were in the park and we were having like a little picnic or whatever. We were just chilling. It was very cool. And then I held a strawberry out, and a squirrel came out and was eating it out of my hand. I was holding a strawberry out, and the squirrel was taking it and eating it like right out of my hand, and I was like, is everybody see? Like, obviously this is happening, but why? Why is it happening?
Right, dude. I feel that. There's definitely been a couple times where I was tripping, and I'm like, yo, what the fuck, man? This would not happen right now if I wasn't tripping.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, I feel it, man. But hey, man, I appreciate you talking with me, man. Stay
No,
safe out
thanks
there.
for
and I hope
calling.
you have a
Yeah,
good night.
absolutely. You too. Have a good one.
All right, dude. You have a good night, man. Stay safe.
I'm always safe. I rarely leave the house. I mean, I take my kids to school and I pick them up, but other than that, I'm a homebody. I stay right here at this judge's bench, and that's it. Man, that was, you know what? God damn it. We've heard some crazy shit so far. For a first go, we have heard some absolutely wild shit. First time doing drugs and drinking would make a good topic. Let me write that down. I just brainstormed a bunch of topics, so that's a great addition. I don't think I have that on here. Okay, first time doing drugs. And what drugs? Keep it light. Keep it light. Well, first time. Oh, you know, I think I did write this on here actually, now that I said keep it light. Let me see. Hold on. I think I put I wrote domestic violence stories, keep it light, parentheses, keep it light. That's so stupid. Okay, so drugs are on the list. I feel like I wrote addictions, but I guess I didn't. That's great. That's even, well, addictions isn't even the same as trying drugs. It's the opposite. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good ad. Can I share my first acid trip? I'll call back. If you want, man. Or save it for the drug episode. Don't burn 3 calls on 1 episode. I'd rather you called 3 times on 3 episodes. Because I actually just did acid a couple of days ago, to tell you guys the truth. Don't say this in court, but I actually just did acid a couple of days ago. It was fantastic. Just a great time all around. Can't recommend it enough. I guess the things are winding down. I'll happily take another call, but if not, we can pick back up on Wednesday. Oh, I called once my G. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. Had a couple people make double calls, so I thought maybe you were saying that when you said I'll call back. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, for Wednesday's episode, we can do we kind of did this today, judging your coworkers, or how about just weird shit your coworkers do? It's also work adjacent, I think. So that'd be a good one. Reasons for a breakup. I'd love to judge who was right and wrong in a breakup, and I'm not necessarily going to side with whoever's telling the story. So I think that maybe we'll do breakups on Wednesday. Everybody has a breakup story. That sounds good to me. So how about this? Wednesday, 7:00, we'll be back and we'll do breakup stories. And I'm ready to judge the shit out of some of the ways you guys have fucked up your relationships, because that sounds good to me. So I'm about to close the phone lines. I'm about to close the stream, and thanks for watching. This was a great first episode. I've had this idea for so long, and I had so much fun doing it tonight. I can't wait to do it 1,000 more times. And I hope you all come back. You know, if this is your first time finding me, follow me. If you've been following, think about dropping a sub. Find me on a different platform. I post TikTok compilations once a week, twice a week, really good ones. So thanks for coming. Schmearcat, Mike, thanks for all the subs. Thank you for donating the subs. I can't thank you enough. Key, thanks for the bits. And Johnny, thanks for the stars. I really appreciate everybody who donated anything tonight. And anybody that called in at all. Anybody that called in, you really made the show work today. We would have had a failed show, and maybe not even a fail, like an actual series, if nobody called in tonight. So I thank you a lot. And I'll see you guys on Wednesday. We'll talk about some breakups. Later.